Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Please join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reid does basically nothing. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Today, Amber says she has been betrayed by Alexis again. This has to be illegal, which I don't know if she's talking about Alexis or if she's talking about maybe walnut or something. I don't know. And taking my first semaglutide shot, which whatever. But okay, here we go. If you would like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello, welcome to a new video. So today is January 7th on a Tuesday, and I'm sure you guys were expecting like another vlog with Tommy here, but that's not the way it went down. So this video is just like an update, if you will, because for me, it has been
Man, Emily really doesn't want to be on camera anymore, does she? She doesn't want to be like in the spotlight, which that's kind of weird because you'd think getting involved with Amberlynn, that would sort of be part of the deal at this point. But, you know, wifey wasn't, so I don't know. But it just seems strange because she was happy to be on camera for a while, but now not so much. So
days since I've filmed, and I did that because I really just wanted to unplug. I unplugged from watching YouTube, from being on social medias.
yeah, I'm sure she didn't watch any haters.
I didn't want to film. I said, I want to spend my time with my girlfriend while she's here, and I don't want to have to worry about all of the noise. But somehow the noise did find me.
Man, I know it is weird to say that it's her job, and she does not have a normal job. But I think, and I'm not necessarily frustrated because it's like, if anybody at their normal job would act this way, they would get fired, that kind of thing. It's more along the lines of she doesn't understand how lucky she is that she can unplug for a week and just spend time with her girlfriend. That is such a privilege. I wish that there was a word bigger than privilege. You know what I mean? Like that just does not compute for most people. That you could just go, I'm just not going to work for a week so I can just fuck off with my girlfriend and just, you know, fiddly fart around and play and do whatever we're going to do. And especially doing it so often, right? Well, and she only really works like a few hours a week, maybe. So, man, her gargantuan, I'm struggling to find a word big enough to describe her privilege and how lucky she is. All right. She is, her privilege and luck is so far out of the realm of reality. It is mind boggling, but she just doesn't get it, right? She doesn't understand how lucky she is. To her, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I guess she just thinks that she's earned it, right? Because she's such a hard worker, or that she is such a good person, or whatever. But man, it's infuriating. It's infuriating because of how often she acts like she's so exhausted from working so hard, right? If she did that once every couple years, it'd be like, oh, whatever. But she does it like every couple months. She's like, I'm just so exhausted. I had to unplug. Like, oh my God.
And we'll talk a little bit about that. But really, you guys, I did not have the mental capacity to like want to vlog. It's just a lot has been happening, like with the whole cookie crumble thing, and like
I just didn't have the capacity to want to do my job. So I just decided I'm not gonna. Like, man, that is privilege through the roof.
someone impersonating my girlfriend and me, especially in such like a,
Especially.
for the lack of a better word, scandalous and just vile way. It has been a lot and it has been heavy. And now it's like more drama is being started with Alexis, and we'll talk a little bit about that in this video.
She's finally, her videos are finally catching up to when Alexis came back and was like actually spilling tea. Earlier she was like, oh, I'm so proud of Alexis for, you know, whatever it was. And now she's like, like we were all sitting there going like, we'll see how long that lasts.
Video as well. And someone messaged me recently where they were just like, girl, I feel so bad for you because you're constantly having to put out fires that you didn't start. And I was like, dang.
Oh my God. Yeah, somebody messaged her saying, you're constantly having to put out fires that you didn't start. Oh my God, shut up. No, first of all, nobody said that. Nobody has messaged her saying that. But even if they did, that is ridiculous. All of the problems that she has started herself. But holy crap, the victim complex is staggering. Man, she constantly putting out fires that you didn't start. Oh, she's so brave. She's so brave.
That hit me like a truck, like a massive truck. And I'm like, that's literally how it feels a lot of the time. A really good example of that is like the cookie crumble and like the walnut situation. And that's just been like literally my life on YouTube for years now. It's like, I try to stay away from drama. I try to just vlog my life.
Oh, shut up. I try to stay away from the drama. Oh my God. I think my brains might melt out of my ears in this video. I can't. I can't. I try to stay away from the drama. Girl, nuh-uh. Here's the thing. First of all, the drama is literally the only thing keeping your channel getting any views at all, period. But stay away from it. Oh my God, that's all she does is look for it and talk about it. She can't not talk about it and just respond in general. So no, I'm not. Nope. I'm not buying it. Not even for a second. I'm not. She tries to stay away from the drama. Like, who does she think believes that? Like, bro, and I think it's the fact that she thinks people believe some of these really stupid things she says. I think that's what's most infuriating about her, is that it's not that she's lying. It's that she thinks so many of us are so stupid that we would believe that. And if she would just ignore it, just like everything else in her life, if she would just, or on the internet, if she would just ignore it, it would go away. But she can't. She just can't. She tries to stay away from the drama. If she did stay away from the drama, it would cease to exist. It would just sort of evaporate. People would stop talking about it.
And share my life. And somehow, some way, things start happening online that like I have to put out. And it's a fire that I didn't even start. And it's just like frustrating. So anyways, I still don't.
Man, I was just trying to share my life. My eyes, they're rolling so hard. Oh, come on. She really acts like it is our privilege to experience her life. I try to share my life with you, and this is how I'm repaid. Like, shut up.
Really have the full capacity to like film a whole vlog for you guys today because Tommy did leave today, and it's just really sad, you know, when you're in a long distance relationship and your partner goes back home. Like, we had a whole week together that was just so great. She was actually supposed to leave yesterday. We said our goodbyes, you know, all the crying, all of this and all that.
If you hear any snoring, I don't think that Mike will pick it up, but Penny's over here. She's kind of dozing. She's drifting in and out of sleep, so she's sitting in the recliner. But I'll see if I can. I'll take a picture of it and post it. She's pretty comfy.
She gets in the car, she opens the app for her flight, and it said it was delayed. And so here we are. We had an extra night together, which was really great. So yeah, while she was here, we did so much. And there was multiple times I did think of you guys, I promise. Or I was like, wow, I should be filming this, or I should have vlogged this, or that was so funny, or this is so fun. Like, so many different times. But
yeah, it's your job. So you should do. Oh my God. It's so frustrating that she's so unaware of how stupid that is.
it's just like the YouTuber in me. I've been doing this for over 11 years now, but like the real Amberlynn, not the YouTuber Amberlynn, like the normal everyday living Amberlynn, she won. So there was no vlogging, but some of the things that we did do, we went to my grandma's and we played some card games with my grandma and my mom. I ended up bringing like veggie trays and fruit trays, and we had like a little salami and cracker cheese situation.
She said salami. Do you think she realizes she said salami? I don't think so.
We actually ended up playing Bad Kitty, which is the card game that I got my grandma, and my grandma was obsessed with it. It was actually really funny and fun, so highly recommend. Very much like.
So that is sort of a look into a narcissist. It's we played this game, I got it for her. She really loved this thing that I got for her. She was obsessed with the thing that I got her. You know, that's That is Amberlynn. She does that a lot.
Like Cards Against Humanity / like Apples to Apples type of style, but with like pictures of cats. Like it was actually really funny. Went to the movies, I saw Wicked, and you guys, excuse me, I was going into it thinking,
Okay, so I was talking to somebody in the comments on one of my videos about how Amberlynn sees her relationship with Jordy, and I tend to think it's a Glinda and Elphaba situation. And if you haven't seen the play Wicked, then you probably haven't heard this song. But there's a song called "For Good." Towards the end, it'll be in part 2, but it's a part where Elphaba and Glinda are having to say goodbye. I won't spoil anything, but it basically goes, "Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good." I keep thinking when she sees that part in part 2, because I know she hasn't seen the play, but when she sees that part in part 2, she's going to be picturing herself and Jordy singing that to each other, because it's basically about, like, you know, we started as enemies and now we're friends, and I don't know if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. So I just think I'm sorry if I ruined that scene for you, but that's how I picture her. She pictures herself as Glinda, of course, with all the gems and stuff, and Jordy as Elphaba. But that's my take on that.
okay, it's gonna be an all right movie. Like there's so much hype around it, and I'm one of those people where it's like I'm not all about like the hype.
But I do love Wicked. I've seen it. I've seen the actual play, as you can probably guess. I've seen the play several times. I've seen it on Broadway, and you know, the problem is that with a lot of those movies made from musicals, they don't tend to be like Phantom of the Opera wasn't great. Les Mis was okay, but man, they really nailed Wicked. I loved it. Cynthia Erivo, and I'm not a huge fan of Ariana Grande, but I gotta say, man, she freaking nailed Glinda. But no, 10 out of 10, recommend.
It took me literally my whole life to get into Harry Potter. Like I literally just recently watched it a few years ago because I ignored all the hype. I'm not about the hype. When I like something, I like something, and when I don't, I don't. Good example is Game of Thrones. Like I don't understand. I tried to watch it, literally hate it. But what I'm trying to say is like I don't.
Well, that's not the same thing. It's just, it has nothing to do with hype. You're just not into that type of thing, right? Like something can be hyped to the moon and back, but if you're not into swords and dragons and stuff like that, then you're not gonna like Game of Thrones, no matter how much hype there is. So, no, she is absolutely. I mean, look at all the Billie Eilish tchotchkes she has, all the bullshit she buys from Billie Eilish. And tell me she's not about the hype.
I don't fall for the hype, and I am pretty picky. I have a short attention span. It's terribly hard for me to watch a movie, but I'm telling you, this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes of just beauty, of art, of it was so good. Like I don't even have words for it. Normally when I go to a movie theater, even if I'm enjoying the movie,
I agree. She's right.
I'm like looking at the time like every 10 minutes. It's really bad. I looked at the time one time and it was 2 hours into the movie. And I looked at the time, shooketh. I was like, how did 2 hours go by already? It literally felt like 20 minutes. I am so glad I got to experience this movie in the theater because I'm telling you, that is the way to do it. So if it's still in the theater around you and you have not seen it, please go see it. It was a masterpiece. I cried 3 different times. It was so freaking good. I laughed tons of times and it was just amazing. I cannot wait.
I mean, it's great, but she sounds like a 13-year-old girl giving a movie review, right? Just, we get it. You liked it. Move on.
For the second part. Oh, and you guys, I have to tell you this funny thing that happened. So we did end up going to Riverwind Casino, which is like this.
Oh, here's another thought too. Didn't she say that lesbians don't like to have nails? Somebody pointed that out in my comments where I was like, I hadn't even thought of that. She gets these new nails. Now, granted, these aren't all that long, but the other ones were. The ones she just had were. So what happened with that? Also, a person that commented that, gross, shame on you for making me think that. But I thought that was like the whole thing is that lesbians don't do nails. Ew.
My favorite casino in Oklahoma that I've been to. And I don't know what it was, but I got recognized that night at least 5 different times. Like, I don't know. We did go on a Saturday, so there's more people there. And usually in large populated places, I do get recognized quite a bit.
Bro, she lives in Delulu land, doesn't she? I wasn't there, by the way. I did not. I don't go to the casino, so she won't see me.
This girl said something that I will never be able to forget. Do you guys ever have like this thing where someone like says something to you and something that like sticks in your brain forever? Well, it's kind of like that. So me and Tommy were just playing the slots And then I get recognized by these two girls that actually work at the casino. They're like the people who go around and say cocktails. They're like literally models. I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh my God, I love you. I love you. And they like literally asked for my autograph. And there was this woman sitting next to Tommy who looks at me and goes, are you a TikToker? Like, how did they know you? Like this.
Bro, you can see it in her face. This whole thing. This is such a lie. Like, she is so bad at lying. She really thinks she's a great actress, right? She really thinks she can pull this kind of story off. But it's just, this is complete bullshit. And they're models. So now we have doctors watching her, telling her she's amazing. Veterinarians telling her she's amazing and asking for her autograph. And now models. So, man, she's got quite the audience of people that love her. Bro, this level of delusion needs to be studied.
This was after the subscribers, hello if you're watching, came up to me and wanted my autograph and they wanted pictures and stuff. So the woman goes, are you a TikToker? And I was like, yeah, like I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube and stuff like that. And she goes, oh, okay. I was looking at you and I was like, yeah, no one really dresses like that. I was like, what do those things like have in common with each other? Like I was literally so confused. And if you guys want to know, I was wearing the like purple maroon studded rhinestone.
Oh my God. Stop it with the stupid devil horns. Oh my God, she is 34 fucking years old. And that is a catfish picture if I've ever seen one, but that filter is doing a lot of work right there. But oh my God, the devil horns, come on. I think my eyes are gonna break from rolling so hard in this video. Oh my God, this is a tough one, guys. This is hard to get through.
Mesh top with like a black dress. You guys have seen that outfit before. I had to wear it again because I love it. But I was just like, what does that mean? Is that like a compliment or was that like...
Well, because it's like one of 6 things that she wears. So, and I'm going to bet that below that picture, there were some black leggings. I'm going to use the power of the sacred poop bun of Hecticana to predict that she was wearing black leggings.
I don't know. It's just like one of those things where I'm like, I should have asked her right then and there, like, what did you mean by that? So moving on to a completely different topic and speaking of clothing, I have like some merch under construction. I know you guys can see down below that I have like merch that I did years and years ago, but it was kind of like low-key like a troll. I wasn't taking it seriously. I do like the simplicity of it because I do enjoy some simplistic merch.
Okay, so that's interesting because, so Alexis came out just a couple days ago. So it would have been after this was recorded. And she said, y'all, you don't realize she doesn't make as much money as you think. She never pays for anything. We're like, all of us are always paying for stuff. She doesn't, she's always broke. And so now she's doing merch and stuff. Like, I mean, and so, you know, she's going to be talking about Alexis in this, but that will just be the recordings. I'm going to guess that what she's going to talk about in this, if she gets to Alexis, will be about the recordings. But after that, Alexis came out and said, you guys, she really doesn't make as much money as you think, or she doesn't have as much money as you think. So whatever she's responding to now is not going to be that. The whole merch thing is interesting that it comes out. You know, she's talking about merch right after Alexis basically was like, nah, she's broke. And now she just doesn't have as much money as you think.
Merch. But I don't know how to make merch. I'm not good at it. I have never been taught, and I know that I can teach myself, but it's not really something that I've been fully interested in. But
well, how could she ever find the time? I mean, man, teach yourself how to make and sell merch. I mean, that would take just so much time from her busy schedule. I just don't know how she could do it.
Tommy surprised me and made me some merch. Yes, she did. So why I say it's like under construction is because I actually wanted to have the merch physically myself. And that's something I didn't even do with the merch down below because I genuinely did not take it as serious. And so I wanted the merch physically. And so I do have a few things. And also why I say under construction is because I'm still trying to figure out like, when do I want to like put these things up for sale? Because this is like crazy. And I do want to show you like everything. I still have more stuff coming in the mail. I do have a few things though. So,
okay, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to just take a guess. It's going to be something to do with Dainty. I bet Goral will be in there somewhere. And maybe Girly Pop? Dainty? I guaranteed Dainty will be involved. But maybe Girly Pop? What other catchphrase does she have that she would want to use? Like, we have lots, but I don't know that she would want to use any of the ones we use.
You guys know I say girly pop literally all the time. I say dainty, like Dainty Lynn, all of that. So dainty girly pop. Here's just some wrapping paper. So merch, this isn't just gonna be a shirt.
I knew that the sacred poop bun was a good investment.
It's gonna be like different things that you can have. Dainty girly pop. I love wrapping paper, and this is just so adorable. And
who on earth would wrap anything in wrapping paper that says dainty girly pop? That's whether it's Christmas, birthday. When would you? Oh my God, that's, bro, the delusion is, it's staggering. The delusion is staggering.
Tommy gave me a really good idea of just like wrapping a box and just like setting it on my bookshelf because this is so my aesthetic. I really want to like start adding a little bit of pink, pop of color into my life, and I love pink. But this is just an example of how freaking adorable. Next thing is there will be candles. Yes, there will be. This is dainty girly pop candle. Isn't that so adorable? So this is a sage lavender, and I'm telling you, it smells so freaking good. Like, I am actually pretty shocked. Told myself,
candles, really? Like, that's, man, that is the most generic thing ever, but whatever, you do you.
that I was gonna get this merch, and if I genuinely did not like it and feel confident, I was not gonna tell you guys about these things, but I genuinely am obsessed. And what's really important, because there are bigger people who are watching me, I really genuinely love that they carry bigger sizes. So this is a 5X, and I will show you guys like what it looks like on me.
Oh, and it actually says Gorly Pop. I thought it said Girly Pop, but it says Gorly Pop. This is dumb. This is so freaking stupid. As far as merch goes, this is bad.
But look, dainty girly pop, isn't that so adorable? When things are more like serious and it's not like totally under construction, it's gonna be more professional, and I will gather everything. Like, there's gonna be journals, and there's,
of course, there's got to be journals. I mean, what says Amberlynn Reid more than journals?
there's magnets and stickers and etc, etc. I'm also wearing another merch in a clip that I will be showing you in a second, just to kind of get an idea of how it fits. I actually,
You know, she's going to be wearing her merch in videos a lot going forward. I just, something tells me she's going to be, just happen to be wearing the sweatshirt and have it in the background of her videos and stuff.
slept in it. So there is like Twinkie fur, wasabi fur, you will see in the clip. There is going to be other merch that says Hecticana, which is actually
Hey-o. Hey, that'll be my merch.
the shirt that I'm wearing in the clip that you will see here in a minute. And just for size reference, I am wearing the 5X in that clip as well. So again, I keep saying it is under construction because there is tons of different like sayings and merch I can make, and it's like all super adorable. Like, I'm obsessed. And so if you guys are interested, please let me know. Send me an Instagram message, because like, your girl cannot step.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to do merch, but if she does a Hecticana shirt or merch or whatever, that's going to be awesome. I want her to wear it in her videos forever.
In the comment section. Not gonna be happening over here. I'm just like genuinely so appreciative of Tommy, because like having like true merch is something that I've always wanted, but it's like I never took the initiative to actually do it, like true authentic merch, instead of like just that silly stuff down there that's listed. But you guys can still get that stuff that's down there, of course, but this is like real cutesy, like tangible. I have this in my hands, and I cannot wait to show you guys like the journals and just like all the other stuff. So to be continued, folks, but that's just like just a little first glance at some of the stuff. So next thing I want to talk about is I'm really in like my perfume era. I've always been in my perfume era. Like, I love to smell good. I love my apartment to smell good. And I know a lot.
I mean, yeah, she uses perfume to mask. I mean, yeah, okay. She uses a lot of perfume.
A lot of people like to say it's because I'm fat and I don't shower. Literally not how it works.
Hey, you got me. And that is exactly how. What do you mean? What do you mean that's not how it works? You don't shower, you smell bad. That's just how it works. I'm not sure. What do you mean that's not how it works?
If you spray perfume on poop, it's still gonna smell like poop, just maybe a little florally or a little fruity, and that doesn't smell good.
No, that's not the same. Shut up. Like, you can mask. We're not saying that she never showers. We're just saying that she's probably pretty ripe in general, and she uses that to mask the smell. So no, that's a false equivalence. Nope.
girly pop who is fat, but I am a fat girly pop that does shower and is clean. I've always just really loved perfume, and so I got myself 2 new perfumes and I'm excited. We're gonna do a little like first smell. I was gonna say a taste test, but girl, we are not eating perfume today or ever. We're gonna do a
Well, yeah, you can't eat perfume.
smell test, if you will. So I got the Vera Wang Princess, which I feel like years and years ago, maybe like a decade, I have smelled this before, but I do not remember. And yes, I went in blind and I literally bought these online without smelling them first, but I read a lot of
She literally bought them online. Is princess her like aesthetic, or does she think princess is her aesthetic? Because it sure seems like she's going for that sort of, I don't know, high school girl vibe.
reviews. All right, Vera Wang Princess. That does smell good. And the bottle's super cute, purple heart. Next one is, I got Daisy Dream by Marc Jacobs. Yes, I did, girls. So Marc
Is this really happening right now? That this is what she thinks is interesting? This is what she thinks people want to see? That her vlogs are so inspired and inspiring that spraying perfume on herself and smelling it and going, smells good. Smells good. Like, girl, you are so boring. Don't stay away from the drama, please, because this is not it.
Jacobs is very popular when it comes to perfume, and the bottle, like, stunner. So let's see. Oh my God, that smells super clean. I don't know if you guys know this, which I'm sure a lot of you do, especially if you wear perfume. It always smells different like a minute after it's been on you. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is like the whole walnut situation. I've had people say like, that's just a troll. And I'm so glad that there are people who genuinely are like, okay,
we're also going to look at the email here in a minute and see what's going on with that. Because in the last video, I cut out like right before she showed it, because she showed it in the last second of her video. So we're going to look at that, and because I looked at it and I'm not buying it. Okay, so this is the email, and I mean, it's really just, it's something that's easily faked. One of the important things to look at here is where it says, we do not have any evidence that the profile was used in selling or even distributing any revenge spicy stuff. And we can at least share that the account in question has not initiated a single private conversation in the months that they've been on our network, which that just doesn't sound like something they would say, like a company would say. I mean, I guess, whatever, but they're basically saying that they didn't find any revenge spicy stuff at all. But then it says, all of that being said, we urge you to report this to the authorities, as sharing revenge spicy stuff is illegal in most states. Well, we can't give you the IP address, blah, 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 blah. Like, you just said there wasn't any, though. So what would she report? So, no, this is just, I think she's not smart enough to make an email and make it actually sound like it came from a company like that. So I'm not buying it. It's just too stupid, you know? It's contradicting itself, and that is something Amberlynn would do 100%.
Believe that is not Amberlynn and Tommy. So thank you for that. But you guys, this isn't just a troll to me. This isn't just like a typical troll that I deal with constantly. I feel like this is more than that. Like, I truly feel so violated, and thankfully I'm pretty sure the account is like officially taken down by that website because Tommy contacted them. And you guys saw in my last video that,
hey, website, it's Tommy. Somebody's impersonating me. Yes, ma'am. Right on it. Like, no.
They replied, they responded to it, and immediately looked into it and took care of it. And I'm so glad for that, because there are some websites out there that like literally don't care about you at all. But that website literally took the time, looked into it, and actually fixed the issue. So thank you very much. I just wish we could have gotten more information. I know it's probably like not legal, because I don't think companies can just be like, yeah, so this profile is actually ran by so and so and so, which I understand why they couldn't do that. But at the same time, it's like, when something as serious as this is happening, I feel like I do have like,
what though? Serious as what? Like, you sent a video to people, right? You recorded it and sent it out. You have, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what she's saying happened, you know? And even in the email, it says there was no revenge spicy meatballs. I'm not going to use that. There was no revenge spiciness at all. So I'm not sure what you think was So I don't know what are you trying to do here? You know, like nothing like, oh my God.
The right to know who is doing this, because putting out fake sexual things of me, I heard that there's like screenshots floating around and like someone is like making voices.
It's this, like, I heard that like there might be like it's so obvious when she's lying or when she's trying to make things sound believable. She's so bad at it.
Sound like me in like a sexual manner. I have not seen any of this. I have only heard about it because people are contacting me, of course. Normally when something like this happens, I get a lot of people in my DMs that are very, very kind to me. But for some reason, with this situation, I have gotten so many DMs where people are like, ew, Amberlynn, you are so gross. I can't believe you would do that. That is disgusting. And I'm just like, ugh, like this.
Okay, shut up. I usually get so many messages from people that are supporting me and loving me, and no, you don't. Like, come on, girl. You don't get support. You may get a couple of babies just being like, hey, stick with it. You're doing fine kind of thing. But no, shut up. Because I get that girl world is a little extreme sometimes. And maybe like voice stuff, because that's really easy to do, right? Making AI voice stuff that sounds like Amber saying some spicy stuff, I can see that happening. But nobody is going to go make AI videos of Amberlynn, because here's the thing. That's the only way that there could be spicy videos of her that aren't real, right? She's saying that they're passing these around that are, you know, screenshots and stuff of that isn't me. Like, well, the only two options are you recorded it and it is you, or somebody made an AI version of you, but that makes no sense, right? You recording it and leaking it and doing all this stuff makes way more sense than somebody going through all the trouble and all the technical know-how and stuff to create AI videos and screenshots of you doing spicy stuff. Like, and it comes back to, you know, she is the queen of thou doth protest too much, right? She is spending so much time on this that, to me, that just signals that it is real, right? Because she just won't stop talking about it. And so that it's like she really wants to try to convince people that it's fake. Like, please stop talking about it, please stop. I try really hard to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, when I first hear about it, I'm like, you know, at the beginning I thought maybe it could have been Erica. Let's think about what would happen if that was the case. How would things play out? And I try to see it from that perspective, but she talks about it so much that it gets more and more suspicious the more she talks about it. And then the stories that she tells about what she thinks is happening just don't make any sense compared to what the rumors are, you know? She's making it worse for herself. And she doesn't get that. I'm just not buying it. The more she talks, the more convinced I am that Emily and her had something to do with the leaks, and that all of the feeder stuff that's going around now is... Now, I'm not so sure that Amber actually like wanted that stuff out, but she did it, right? She made the content. And I think Emily has something to do with it. I think Amber knew the cookie crumble video was going to leak, but after that, I don't know. The more she talks, the more convinced I am that they're behind it all.
This troll, as you guys want to call it, even though I feel like it's bigger than that to me, like, this person is ultimately ruining my reputation, because that's not me, and that's like not okay. And it's like crazy to me that people actually believe that's me. Like, it's...
What reputation are you talking about? Like, what are you known for other than just being a liar, a manipulator, a smug, self-righteous bitch? Like, what else are you known for? You have no reputation to keep pristine. Reputation, shut up.
It's just so absurd. And I'm sure I could get the police involved.
So absurd? It's so absurd. Like, she is so infuriating.
And stuff like that, and I feel like it might have to come down to that if it continues, because as of right now, January 7th, I have not heard anything new, so that's a good thing. But I'm telling you, like, if you're watching this, the person who is doing this, like, it is illegal what you're doing, and I will get the law involved.
Oh man, I would love to see that. I would love to see her getting the law involved. Something tells me that's never going to happen, right? Because I think she knows exactly who's doing it, and this is a bluff. This is a... Look how serious I am, you guys. I'm going to get the law involved. Please believe me, because I'm being very serious and saying serious things because she thinks if I say I'm going to get the law involved, they'll believe me. So she's like, I will get the law involved. Like, no, you won't.
If you continue to do so. And then there's like a conspiracy of like, is Walnut the same person who like leaked my cookie crumble? And honestly, I don't have the answer for that. I do find it very strange that like these things happened at the same time though. So next thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, because so one of the rumors that's going around, or one of the hypotheses going around that I actually may take some stock into, is that Amber trusted Emily with the videos, right? With all the spicy content that she's been making. And Emily shared it with her friends because that's what she does. That's where that stuff is supposed to be, is with their community, with Emily's community. And then it started getting leaked from there and everything. So there may be some truth to that, because let's think about how long Amberlynn knew Emily before they started being serious and sending each other saucy stuff. Like a month or two, right? They did not know. I mean, she doesn't know this person. She's a stranger. At least when they first started dating, she was a stranger that she met on the internet. So that is a possibility. And that was so stupid of her to start sending her stuff like that and expect it not to go anywhere. I think 100% absolutely, I believe that Emily's behind it. No doubt. I debate on whether or not Amberlynn is involved as much. I think she knew about the cookie crumble video, but now the rest of it, it's absolutely Emily, for sure.
Is like the whole Alexis thing. I truly feel like a fool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do. I am very much the type of person that literally, like, no matter what you do to me, I will forgive you. Within time, you will be forgiven by me. That is just how I am. I don't know.
Oh, she's such an empath, you guys. She's just so kind.
I'm a pushover. I let people walk all over me. I don't know what it is. I don't have respect for myself. Like, okay, maybe I do know what it is. I'm literally listing it all off. But like, I wish I was able to not be like that. I think it's like once I love someone, whether it's like romantically or in a friendship way or it's family, there's almost like no turning back for me. It's very like unconditional.
Oh my God, she is playing such a martyr right now. Just, I can't believe she would betray me this way. Like, we'll play that clip of her talking about why people aren't her friends. And she does not understand how that makes her sound like a complete nut job, right? That makes her sound like the biggest narcissist on earth. She can't have real friends. But wow, she is going all in on the I'm so great, I can't believe that she would betray me, even though I forgave her and everything.
So like when Alexis did her whole thing that she did, we don't need to dive into that. I did end up forgiving her and I hung out with her. From my point of view, I had a good time. We vibed well and I hung out with her girlfriend as well. And we also vibed and had a good time. And like they vibed well with Tommy. And like, yeah, maybe the first time it was a little awkward. It's gonna be. But I forgave Alexis and I told her, and I was very honest with her, that like she hurt me. Like what she did was wrong. And she agreed. And she apologized to both me and Tommy. But I was very, very open with the fact that like things probably aren't gonna be the same. By that I mean like before all that happened, me and Alexis were on the phone like for hours and hours, like every single day. Like she was the person that I went to and I was the person that she went to. And I knew it wasn't gonna be like that anymore because she ultimately like absolutely betrayed my trust and she knew that. So when I filmed that 4-part Q&A series just recently that you guys watched, all of that was filmed in one day. I filmed it on December 29th and I made sure to put that in the description so you guys knew that. I did change my shirt because who wants to like sit there and watch me do 4 videos in the same outfit? Like I know I wouldn't want that. So
who cares? Shut up. Nobody cares. What a stupid thing to say. Who would want to watch somebody do Q&A, 4 Q&As in the same outfit? Like, dude, the more she talks about this Alexis situation, the more narcissistic and delusional she is becoming. Like, because if you listen to those recordings, she's just talking about how, oh man, my friends always leave me because I just can't spend enough time with them. Everybody leaves me because I can't just spend all my time with them. She really thinks she's a great friend, and she is the worst friend on earth. And she is going to sit here and say, I forgave her. I gave her the most precious gift of my forgiveness. And then she goes off and shares recordings of our conversations. Like, girl, you sound like a psycho in those recordings. You sound like the worst friend on earth.
Honestly, we aren't really friends anymore, you know? Like, I've called you a couple times since you've been in Oklahoma. You don't call me back. You don't even text me to acknowledge that I've called you. And then on my birthday, you are, you know, telling me you're seeing me in Jordy's live stream, you know, talking about this or that, and that you still love me and that you still care about me, but you couldn't even, like, go out of your way to tell me happy birthday. So, like, in my mind, that's a manipulation tactic. You still want to keep me quiet. Okay, so if I was keeping you in my life because you have something on me or some tea or whatever I'm telling you, whatever it is, you would have already spilled it, number one. Number two, I would have never, like, hung out with you in person. That was me going out of my way because I actually view you as a friend.
I would not have graced you with my presence.
I don't believe that every time I have a friend, like, I need to talk to them 24/7. Like, I don't understand. Like, it seems like every time I lose a friend, it's because I don't talk to them enough.
So during that Q&A series, I mentioned in it that no, Alexis is not the one who did the cookie crumble, and people asked if I resented her, and I said no. And I was saying how Alexis is in, like, her happy healing era, and that she's very understanding and patient and kind with the.
Do you see how nice I was to her? I said a couple of nice things about her, and I let her earn my friendship back. Aren't I a saint? What more can I do? I mean, she must earn my friendship.
Fact that, like, things aren't how they used to be. But I said those things and scheduled those videos before Alexis went into Jordy's chat and was saying things that genuinely hurt my feelings. Saying that I could have leaked the video, saying that she only met me for the plot, and kind of betraying me again. I truly never thought that she would do that again. So obviously when I saw that she did that, because people were messaging me and they were like, Alexis is doing it again. And I was like,
yeah, people were messaging her. She wasn't lurking in Jordy's chat.
Doing what? Like, I was literally so confused. I thought people were lying. So I asked for
Dude, she saw that in real time. She was there for that.
a screenshot, like, show me proof. Oh, and girl, they supplied. Like, my heart dropped to the floor. I was like, damn. So obviously I contacted Alexis and I asked her, like, why would you do this? And we just communicated back and forth on Snapchat via, like, voice messages or
Yeah, we heard.
whatever. And from what I got out of it, she said that she didn't feel like I was an active friend in her life because I didn't communicate with her as often as she wanted me to. And that's
See, that's the problem. Out of all the things that Alexis said, she basically just, that was a small part of it. She said, you know, you didn't even take the time to say happy birthday to me. I tried to talk to you and you just wouldn't return my calls. And then she went on to say you monetized my name, you did all this other stuff. But all that she took from that, all Amber took from that conversation was, I just wasn't spending enough time with her and she just couldn't handle it. Like, God damn, the narcissism is bonkers.
just, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around because it's like, I understand that her and I do not.
It's hard for me to wrap my brain around. I don't know what else I can do. I'm just so good. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? I'm just such a kind angel.
Communicate as much as we used to. Like, again, it was daily, but I personally did not feel comfortable communicating with her daily. And I think I have every right after, like, what she put me through. I truly believe that you can have friends that you talk to once a week or every other week. I don't think that you need to talk to your friends every single day. Like, I have friends that
That wasn't the whole point of all that. That was a small portion of all the complaints that she had. Holy shit. Like, oh my gosh, this really does need to be studied.
I only talk to, like, once a week, and we have a strong relationship and a strong bond, especially once you're adults. Like, people get busy. But that's what I took out of what Alexis was saying, was genuinely just,
Yeah, we know, because that's all you focused on. You completely ignored all the other stuff she was saying.
like, I did this because I don't want people to think that I leaked the video, and you aren't even, like, an active friend in my life, even though I genuinely thought I was. I just wasn't speaking to her enough. I felt like you should respect your friends regardless of how often you speak. Like, I would have never came on here and said anything bad about Alexis. I just wouldn't have. I don't do that to my friends. I don't do that to the people I care about in my life. And I'm still not going to do that. Again, it's just more drama and more fires that I have to put out that I literally am just going to leave for someone else to put out. Because
The martyr complex this is so hard to watch because it's just, nobody's ever going to get through to her, right? She took the one friend that she's maybe ever had that was actually her friend, right? That wasn't some like a friend of a friend or whatever, and treated her like shit. And now she's lost the one friend that she had. And when she gets an opportunity to learn why, she takes it as, well, she just doesn't want to be my friend because I can't spend every waking moment with her and she just can't handle it. Like, holy shit, that is baffling that she can have that mindset. Wow. And you can go back, I made a video about, can she be a real friend? And it was going over the voice notes with Alexis, and you can see more of what Alexis said and stuff. But if I could diagnose somebody with something, I would definitely be leaning towards malignant narcissism with this.
I genuinely just like don't want to be a part of it. So after I expressed myself to Alexis and pretty much told her exactly what I just told you guys, that like she was still a friend to me, like I still loved her and cared about her, just because we didn't talk every single day doesn't mean that I didn't love and care about her, etc., etc. She got really angry with me and she ended up screen recording our whole conversation. I feel like I have no privacy when it comes to that woman. So it's like
yeah, and everybody has pretty much heard it at this point. The narcissism is coming through so hard in those recordings. So I don't know why you're even doing this.
the distance I was putting in between her and I makes sense. Like subconsciously, I was like, girl, keep your distance. And it's almost as if like my gut and my body and my heart and my soul like knew this was going to happen again, which is really sad. So I ended up blocking her because
Shut up. Oh my God. So what is it? You forgive everybody, or you have some sort of, does she have the sacred poop bun of Hecticana that she could see into the future and just know, I'm going to record voice notes and send them to her, but I just know she's going to leak them anyway. Like, shut up. Like, she just can't take an L. She cannot take an L about anything.
I only want good people in my life. I don't believe that like anyone is perfect. Like we aren't robots. People will make mistakes, but like genuinely like what she has done to me and the way that she reacted to like my hurt feelings towards her being
Amberlynn, let's count how many people, period, you have in your life. You say you only want good people in your life. How many do you have in your life at all? Your mom, like your family, right? Your immediate family, mom, grandma, that stuff, and Emily. Anybody else? Because you have had so many people come and go throughout your life, but they all leave, and there's one common denominator. Let's see if you can figure out what that is. Some of those people had to be good people, but you have nobody left besides your girlfriend and your mom, and that's pretty much it.
in Jordy's chat, like just makes me feel like she doesn't care about how I feel as like a human, like on just like genuine human to human. It doesn't feel good.
And yet, I doubt she has ever thought for a second how Alexis feels about anything. And that's the kind of friend Amberlynn Reid really is.
After everything we've been through and me forgiving her and everything, like it just sucks, genuinely. Like from my end, I just want to move past all of this and be like, okay, she was a person.
Man, she really has not ever and will never admit that she did anything wrong. She is convinced that Alexis was the only one that did anything wrong in their whole relationship.
That was in my life at one point, and she's simply just not anymore. Everyone deserves friends that respects you even when you aren't around, even when you aren't looking. You deserve friends that will respect you regardless of how often you speak or anything like that. Literally, it has.
So see, that's just gibberish, right? That's word salad, because she doesn't understand friendship. She's never really had a friend. So, and that's why she still has no friends. She has none. The one friend that she had is gone now. And it was her own fault, but she'll never admit that.
Even been 4 hours since I filmed this, and there's already an update. I'm literally in the middle of editing this, and all I can say is fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Alexis has since leaked our conversation. I genuinely don't understand the point. You are not a good friend to someone whenever you have disagreements. You have to go onto the internet to bash them, knowing the type of response your friend or ex-friend will receive. I personally want no part in this, so I'm going to finish editing this video. I'm going to schedule it, and I'm never going to speak about her again. Anyways, enough.
So she's mad because all Alexis did was say, listen to what Amberlynn says. That's it. She didn't really say much about it. And Amberlynn got a bunch of backlash because Amberlynn is a terrible friend, and all that needed to be shown was just the conversation that they had. And Amberlynn can't see that. She can't see, like, we had a conversation, people heard that conversation, and they came after me for it. Alexis is the problem, right? She can't figure out that you're the bad one here, right? Amberlynn is the bad one here because all Alexis needed to do was just show what you said to her. That's it. With no commentary, nothing. Just, this is how Amberlynn talks to me. And everybody was like, dang, she sucks.
Me rambling. So one more thing, your girl did start semaglutide, and Tommy was actually the one who gave me my first shot. So I'm gonna show you that clip here. Okay guys, so my tripod's like lost in the wilder beans. I have to find it. So perfect timing.
Oh.
My semaglutide got here today. So Tommy is gonna give me my first shot. I'm nervous. I get the nervous jitters prior to this every single time, but that's okay. All right, you guys don't get to see my tum-tum because that would be embarrassing. So it's 50 units. Let me choose my spot and then get the alcohol pan. Why do I get so much anxiety with this?
I gotta be honest, I don't really care about any of this. This is whatever, she's gonna take a shot. Who cares?
8 needles, you guys. Oh, to the 5, right?
Yeah.
Pinch the fat.
Oh my gosh, she's looking really big there. I will say I'm kind of surprised Emily's doing this. That seems a little strange, right? Kind of goes against what we thought.
Well, that's if you don't have like a lot.
Baby.
Okay, we'll pinch it 5 seconds. You want me to hold it in?
Ew, hated that. I was so grateful that she helped me with that because I'm telling you, I cannot stick a needle inside of me. So yesterday was actually my first day and it was just like perfect timing because it arrived that day and I was like this, my fingers were crossed.
My only guess is that Emily just knows it's never going to last. You know what I mean? So
I was like, please arrive, because I really needed help with the shot and I didn't want to have to like bug my mom. So this semaglutide actually is mixed with B12. When I did semaglutide before, it was mixed with like sodium something or other. And I noticed that I feel differently taking this semaglutide because last time, I'm telling you, nauseous, diarrhea, did not feel good. I was super tired. This time I've had 0 symptoms or side effects. Sometimes I say symptoms and people are like, Amberlynn, it's side effects. So far I have had 0. So I guess that's a good thing. I have not noticed any appetite suppressant. Usually I feel that like on the second day, but we'll see how it goes and it keeps going. And I'll definitely.
you think Emily like switched it out with something else? It's just like saline solution or water or something. Oh yeah, I'll give it to you. No problem. She's like, I'm not feeling it. I'm still hungry. Emily's like, that's weird.
Keep you guys updated on that, and there will be like a separate like weigh-in video. I'm not just gonna throw in a weigh-in right here. I kind of just want to have that be like a whole separate like video talking about my weight, or maybe I can put it in a vlog. I'm not really sure, but I'm just really excited to be back on semaglutide, and I genuinely hope that it works for me. But like the fact that it already feels different this time, because like the first 2 times like I did feel things with it, like on the second day it was like nausea, this and that, and it's like I have felt nothing. It's as if I didn't even take it. That worries me, of course, but it's literally only been 2 days. So I need to like slow my roll and be like, Amberlynn, give us some time. But anyways, I have rambled way long enough. This video is 45 minutes long. That is Hexacana. I'm gonna go. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hello.
Okay, so that I had to stay till the very end because she snuck that email in at the end last time. So, I mean, this was a prime example of her delusion when it comes to friends, when it comes to just, you know, trolling online, all that stuff. Like this was infuriating. Like this was hard to watch because she was really just super delusional. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.